Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to graduation. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are live streaming, so whether you're here in person or online, we're very excited to have you with us today. We are at our Oregon GDB campus, live streaming from our visitor center. And we are so excited to celebrate our 4 new guide dog teams today. My name's Mallory Hofer, and I had the pleasure of being the class supervisor. And I'm gonna take a moment just to thank all the people who helped us get here today. So, first of all, if you are here for the puppy raising info session, we're very excited to meet you. And at the end of the graduation, we have a staff member named Linda who will meet you kind of in the back corner of the auditorium to tell you more about puppy raising. For our puppy raisers who are here today, thank you so much for being a part of our mission. We could not do it without you guys. There's a fantastic view from up here of 8 puppies in the front row, all in their vests. So we'll be excited to see them on campus someday in the future. To our donors, thank you so much for financially supporting our program. We don't have any government funding, so we are so grateful to our donors. And today, I'd especially like to thank the Bethlehem Foundation for sponsoring one of our teams, and Lillian Tremoroli for some sponsorship of harnesses throughout the year. So thank you to those people. And Guide Dogs has so many volunteers. Of course, we have our puppy raisers who get those puppies when they're young and raise them and socialize them till they're old enough to come back in for training. We also have foster care volunteers who provide homes for some of the dogs while they're on campus. We have folks who work in our residence center serving meals to our clients who drive them to the airport tomorrow morning. So just for everybody who's a part of our mission, thank you so much. And last but not least, thank you to all of our staff. We have a great crew of canine welfare and training technicians who are with us today. They're the folks who take care of the dogs on the weekends and the holidays and the evenings, as well as everyone else behind the scenes who helped get the class clients and all of the dogs here today. So thank you to everyone for being a big part of the Guide Dogs family. And we are going to have a short video about our mission, and you will hear 2 voices because there's one doing audio description and one narrating.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amita Hoja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
the struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
This is Mallory again. I just wanted to say these puppies in the front row were watching that video, and it was very cute to watch these little A+ students watch about their future career options up there. So today we're here to celebrate our 4 new guide dog clients. So in addition to our O&M immersion program and our Canine Buddy program, our guide dog program is a 2-week class where the clients are matched with a dog who is compatible with their lifestyle to enhance their mobility. So we have both in-residence and in-home trainings, and today we're going to celebrate our 4 on-campus clients today. For class 499, we had 3 fantastic instructors, so I'd like to welcome Nixie Crucy to the stage, and we also had Colin Wright and Diane Webster, who were not able to be here today. So big round of applause for all of them. And I'm going to hand it over to Nixie to introduce our class.
Hi, my name is Nixie, and it is a pleasure to be able to introduce our new guide dog teams. First up, we have Christian Alba from Chicago, Illinois, who's receiving his first guide dog, a male brindle Labrador Retriever, Techno. Techno was raised by Cara and Corey Erickson of Beaverton, Oregon, and Patricia Turner of Tacoma, Washington. Christian has a technology background in web development and management that helps with his family's restaurant. In his off time, Christian is an avid runner and is currently training for the Berlin Marathon.
Hi, my name is Christian. I am a first-time guide dog user, and after training with Techno, it was quite a journey coming here to Guide Dogs for the Blind. I was matched with 3 dogs, and the first one, just not my pace. The second one was a little too small for me, but then I met Techno. As soon as Techno walked into my room and he found me where I was sitting on the couch, he came up, jumped on top of me, started licking me, said, okay, yeah, this is my dog. And he and I have been working together for the past week, and we've only worked together for 1 week. And I am able to walk a lot more smoothly, I've been able to find how walking with a guide dog is a lot more, just more fluid than walking with a cane. So I'm very blessed to have this guide dog, and I'm very thankful to everyone here at Guide Dogs to the Blind, to all of the donors, to all of the instructors who made this possible for me. And of course, the puppy raisers, because without which I would not have met Techno.
I guess I'll start because I was the one that started him. Techno, you could just look at him from the beginning, and he was such a calm puppy that he just melted everybody's heart just from the looks of him in the first place. They'd always say, you know, what kind of dog is it? And I say, he's a Brindle Lab. And no, he's not. He's a hound dog. I says, no. So, I mean, Techno just is an amazing dog. And right from the very beginning, like I said, I was blessed to be able to start him and have loved him the whole way through.
I'm Cara. This is my husband, Corey, and our son, Crew. On Thursday, Corey and I had the pleasure of speaking to Christian. We were so touched and inspired by his story. A man of composure, strength, positivity, and courage. Christian has already overcome so many obstacles. We are grateful that he'll now have a loving, affectionate dog like Techno by his side to help him continue to live a life of independence. Techno is not new to showcasing his love. Throughout the time we had him, he was our son's best friend, his shadow. The two of them were inseparable. Crew would often refer to Techno as his brother. Every night, Crew would leave the dinner table to lay beside Techno's dog bed, where Techno was sound asleep or chewing on bones. We could always count on Techno for his calm and respectful demeanor. I raised a lot of dogs, and he is the only one who, during my break at work, when given time loose in my classroom, he would prefer to lay quietly at my feet or beside my chair instead of playing. He's happiest when he's with his people. Christian was so thoughtful when we spoke on the phone, eager to learn the history about Techno's name. I explained that we raised Techno's father from 5 months to recall and submitted his name after his Technicolor, Techno's unique brindle markings. Rainbows and omens symbolizing hope and a new beginning. How appropriate for today, the start of a beautiful new chapter in your life. Christian, I can promise you that Techno is reliable, loving, and intuitive, and has initiative. He's a beautiful dog with an exceptionally beautiful temperament. I can't wait to see all the places you'll travel to and the memories you'll have with him by your side. And Patricia, thank you for your commitment, time, and friendship. Thank you for doing an incredible job starting Techno. We're so grateful for your selflessness. And Crew wanted to say something about Techno.
My name is Crew.
Okay. And what did you want to tell everybody about Techno? And he wanted to tell everybody that Techno's his best friend.
All right, next up we have Audrey Cochran of Austin, Texas. Audrey received Rue, a female yellow Labrador Golden Cross Retriever raised by the Vashon Puppy Club of Washington and by Finley McRae. Audrey and Rue are excited to return to Austin to her husband, 4 kids, and 3 grandchildren, where she runs a nonprofit and is a Rotarian.
I'm just so humbled by all the time and the talent and the love that goes into raising a dog like this. You don't realize probably the gift of independence and companionship that you give. I was very anxious about being on the waiting list. I'd been on the waiting list about 1.5 years, and I kind of felt like maybe I'd been forgotten. Maybe I'd fall through the cracks. And then I got a phone call saying, you know, you're on our list. You'll get a call soon. And I kind of sent up a prayer that when it was the right time, the right place, the right people, and the right dog, that it would happen. And about 2 weeks later, I got a call that I had been matched with Rue. So I arrived here, and as soon as I made it to baggage claim, Guide Dogs for the Blind had me. They had volunteers there that met us, that brought me here. The kitchen staff fed us and kept us going through all the work we did. The nurses bandaged us up and sent us back out there. The RAs, they were there every time we had an emergency. When Rue and I needed them in the middle of the night, she was there. When I locked myself out 4 times, they were there. And the trainers were amazing. It's like learning a dance, the foot movements, the hand movements, saying the words at the right time. And I just didn't think I would get it. And I'm a perfectionist, and I was a mess. There were a lot of tears. And Colin talked me off the ledge. He kept reassuring me that we would get this. And we did. Now the hardest one, Finley. Finley, thank you for raising Ray. You brought Rue to me, and you gave her 15 months of your life so that I would have her. Someone said, in every guide dog beats the heart of a puppy raiser, and I know that Rue carries your heart. And we will share our stories, our pictures, and we'll stay in touch with you all the days of her life. Thank you, Finley.
I could be up here all day talking about this dog and everything she has done for me and for countless people. I know that she will never stop bringing joy into everyone's lives. When I was handed the soggiest puppy that came off the airplane, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I also never knew that a person could be that sleep deprived. Puppies are hard, and Rue really took that to heart the first few months. But once we got to know each other, she became the most amazing dog I could ever have the chance to raise. One of my favorite stories about Rue is when she was around 4 months old, we were sitting in the living room, and she decided to just run into the other room for some reason. And I didn't know why. So I called her back, and she came running, and she dropped a tomato in my lap. It was in perfect condition. It didn't have any tooth marks, but I still don't know where she got that tomato. In our 418 days together, I think Rue taught me just as much as I taught her. Rue was my first guide dog puppy, and now she gets to be Audrey's first guide dog. Saying I'm proud of Rue doesn't even begin to cover it, because there are no words to describe what I am feeling. Seeing Rue and Audrey together has shown me why I do what I do as a puppy raiser. Good luck to you both.
All right, next up we have Cara Madden of Shawnee, Oklahoma. Cara received Jambo, a male yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Rhonda and Alan Sutton of Littleton, Colorado. Cara enjoys playing electric bass and singing for her church, along with gardening and camping. Cara is looking forward to all the adventures her and Jambo will have in the great outdoors.
I am just so grateful to have Jambo. You know, whenever I first got him, he came in the room and he was bouncing off the walls, and I thought, oh my. And my friends, you know, they said, so you got everything you need? I said, well, I bought a bed, but I didn't know I'd need a jumbo bed for my Jambo, you know. But, you know, I am just so grateful When I came here, you know, you don't know what to expect. You walk in, you're kind of nervous. It's like, am I going to be able to do this? And by about the third day, you're like, am I going to be able to do this? But by about the second week, almost near the end, everything just comes together. And you see all the hard work just come together. And you know, I'm just so thankful for the puppy raisers that laid that foundation, because if we didn't have the foundation, then they wouldn't have anything to go on. And I'm just so grateful for them. I'm grateful for the all the people that fed us. Let me tell you, they fed us quite well. And as a matter of fact, I went and I weighed my luggage, and I thought, well, I'm going to jump on there. And I swear I heard it begging for me to get off. So I think I've gained about 10 pounds. And our instructors, I'm not going to look at Nixie because I'll start crying. There's no words. And whenever I'm out and I'm having, you know, hard time with him, I'm going to hear Nixie say, you got this. You know, and Diane's saying, good for you. And that's what Nixie said all the time, good for you. And you know, they'll always be there and they'll always be in my heart. Thank you so much for the nurses. They bandaged me up. At one point, I had ice on my legs and a heating pad on my back. But you know what? They bandage you up and they get you back out there. And I'm just so grateful for all of them.
And I am Rhonda Sutton, and this is my husband, Alan. And we had the joy of raising Mr. Big Boy Jambo from puppyhood on up. And he was always a big boy. So that was our nickname, and Cara has adopted that. But we're very excited for Jambo and for Cara. And we say congratulations on your new journey. And we also have to say thank you to the Denver South Puppy Raising Club for Carmen and Nancy and Aaron and the whole crew. We couldn't have done it without them, let me tell you. Puppy raising is not for the faint of heart, but it is an absolute joy to raise these guys. And we have a bunch of them there right in front of us today, and it's a pleasure to do it and to see the end results, and so we're thrilled. Jambo was always fun. He loved to go. He loved to move. He rarely sat still. He loved to chew his toys, as they have already found out. But his favorite time, and this is something that was really cool, his favorite time was in the evenings when we would come home. From a long day of going and doing, we'd clean up the kitchen, and we'd head to the family room, and this big guy would just lay down, relax, chew his toys, lay his head on Alan's feet, curl up between our legs, and that was his favorite time. He loved going and doing and serving and all those things, but he just loved being a companion. And we are just so excited to see the journey that Cara and Jambo will have in Shawnee, Oklahoma, as she introduces Jambo to her friends, her family, her church. They've got a lot of cool things ahead of them, and it's really a privilege to have spent those 15 months with our big boy Jambo. And we wish you all the best.
And I just want to say it really is a privilege to be a raiser for this big guy here. It was our privilege, along with so many others at Denver South, that helped him to be where he is today. And he's going to be a great companion for you, just as he was for us.
And I'd like to welcome Kathy Peterson of Ashtabula, Ohio. Kathy received her second guide dog, a female black Labrador Retriever, Avery. Avery was raised by Gracie Purcell of Provo, Utah, and Megan Stewart of West Jordan, Utah. Kathy has been married for 49 years to her husband, David, and together they have 4 children and 7 grandchildren. Kathy is a board member of a nonprofit, an avid gardener, and will be enjoying many hikes with Avery at her side. We would also like to give a big thank you to the Bethlehem Foundation of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, for sponsoring Kathy with a lifetime team sponsorship.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. It means a lot to us for you to join our celebration. I just want to give a shout out to my classmates. They were amazing people, fun-loving and supportive and just so kind. So thank you, Cara, Audrey, and Christian. I was given 3 days' notice to come out after a 1.5-year wait because there was a cancellation. But it didn't take us long for me to realize, and my husband to give me the go-ahead, that this was the right time and the right thing to do. Early on, there were some challenges, but I could tell by the way Nixie and Diane handled it that they were taking good care of me. And they did, and they gave me Avery. She is just a bundle of energy, but she loves to settle quickly, she loves to work, and she does it with great joy and confidence. The staff at GDB, as you all know, is amazing. The kitchen and the volunteers, would you like more cookies? Would you like more cake? And Catherine's food, just 5-star restaurant. The nursing staff, they were always there with the Tylenol, with the ice packs. And for me, it was a box of Kleenex. The RAs and their support and their knowledge. And then the trainers, Nixie and Diane, were just amazing. And so supportive, so compassionate, but they put us through the steps, and it was amazing. And who would we be without the puppy raisers? You guys were given these little tiny bundles of fur to shape into obedient, amazing, and willing to work dogs. And we will be eternally grateful. I'd like to thank my husband for holding down the fort at home, because we have a big black lab at home that's about 80 pounds, and we have my retired guide, Hyatt. So thank you, Dave. I'd like to thank the Bethlehem Foundation for their generous sponsorship of Avery. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Elon Musk's brother, Kimball, is a restaurateur, an entrepreneur, and he said, find your passion and then give it away. And that's what they do at GDB. They found their passion and they give it away to all of us every single day. Thank you.
I'm Megan, and I had the unique opportunity of also raising Avery's mom, Elfie, and her grandma, Posey. And so as this line of dogs goes, they've been some of the funnest dogs to raise. Avery doesn't know how to do anything less than 110%. She plays hard, she works hard, she sleeps hard. She has like the best balance of being able to go and run and be busy and do outings all day long, or we can sit at home and she can nap and chew on her toys, and she's just as happy doing either. But she's been, she's been an absolute great dog to raise. And I hope her and Kathy have many, many adventures together and enjoy many years of being a happy, healthy guide dog. So, Yeah, thank you.
I'm Gracie, and I also helped raise Avery. And I think the best way to describe Avery is just my best friend. And she actually, some of the raisers will know this, but when you tell people your dog's name, people get really excited and they want to say your dog's name, and then your dog's really excited and it's like a whole thing. And you're like, please don't say my dog's name. And so I started telling people on my college campus, because I'm a college student in Utah, and I started telling them her name is Friend. And she wouldn't react to it, right? But they got excited about it and they love the name. And I think that that really describes our time together. Is she was just my best friend throughout my senior year, part 1 of college. She was always ready to go every morning and loved crashing on the weekends. And you know, last semester I was taking 17 credits and working 20 hours a week, and she was loving it. We were on campus all day. So I just can't imagine a better match than Kathy and Avery, and seeing how active she is and how much they both want to go and do things. And I'm just so excited and thrilled to see them continue to progress as a partnership. And I think it's, like always, GDB does a perfect job at matching the dog to the handler. So I'm really excited to see them.
This is Mallory back. That concludes our presentation of our clients. And next we're going to do a quick guide work demo. So bear with us for a brief moment of transition while Nixie gets our demo dog today. So it's my pleasure to be the first one to say, Christian, Audrey, Cara, and Kathy, congratulations on being graduates. And I wish you all the best with your new guides. So as Nixie's getting ready with our demo dog today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about guide dog training. So when folks come to class to train with a guide dog, they come from all over the US or Canada to our campus, either here in Oregon or in California. In addition of the giant task of learning how to work with a guide dog, they also learn a whole lot of other things. They practice obedience with the dogs. They do different workshops about animal learning theory. We practice a simulation of going through airport TSA. And one of the things that we use during guide work training is a clicker, which you're probably hearing in the background here. So Nixie's here with a very cute little black lab named Brea, and they're gonna do some demonstration today about how we use the clicker for training. So as we are teaching the dogs new skills, the clicker is a way for us just to communicate really fluidly with the dog, to tell them that clicks mean kibble, and kibble means that was the right behavior. It's a really fun way to pair the behavior with their rewards so that the dog starts to realize what we're trying to teach them. So right now she's doing some obedience with Miss Brea. And as you can tell, Brea is very engaged in her game. So one way that the clients can use this skill with their dogs is teaching their dog how to hand target. So the dogs know that if they touch that fist that Nixie's holding out, that means touch my hand. And she gets a click for doing that. And so as clients take this skill into the real world, we can use that hand target to teach the dog things in the environment we want them to find. So something like a bus stop, the ATM, the right door in that long hallway that we want the dog to find. So as Nixie puts her hand onto this bench, that's going to help Brea understand that this is a target that we want to find, not an obstacle that we want to avoid. And so we're working in little pieces, kind of working backwards one step at a time so that Brea gets the practice of finding that bench. And if we think she's ready, Nixie might try to work her after the next time. Sometimes the dog also, they think they're supposed to be refusing the food. So sometimes they take a second to realize it's the targeting game, not the don't eat the kibble game. So Nixie's going to work, and Brea touches that bench with her nose like a great little guide dog. She's going to do one more rep for us. She's very enthusiastic, skipping her way. So with this practice, Brea now knows that she's done her job of finding Nixie a bench. So. Thank you to everyone for being here today. This concludes our program. If you're here for the puppy raising information session, please find Linda, who's going to wave at us, at the back of the auditorium. She's in the middle of the room here. If you're joining us on the live stream, thank you so much. We hope to see you in person soon. And for those of you on campus, feel free to join us in the front of the building for some light refreshments afterwards. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you.